Shalom, Laha Alahayim, peace to the gods. Now Wathan, Kal Halalim La, Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Racha Hakodash. Giving all praises to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops, and the head elders of all the camps of Great Millstone, GMS, who do rule well, who have learned this 100% truth from, who are the true leaders of all Israel today. Okay. Peace, blessings, salutations to the house of David, the predestined spirits selected for salvation and election. All right. The hope for elect, starting with the governing body in the kingdom to come, the 144,000, which is 12,000 men of each tribe of Israel, and the remaining 1/3, the great innumerable multitude of men, women, and children who are not only hearers of this gospel, but doers of it as well. Shalom to the speckled bird brothers scattered around the four corners of the earth, scattered among the heathen, and may look like the heathen. This is your brother Tazapanya Banyamyan back at it again with a quick hit, current event, spiritual commentary through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah, Lord willing, Abba Ratazah, Adawan Ratazah. You are edified. As you can see in the topic and the title that I chose, America will see chaos like never before, man. Okay. And I had in parentheses New York City, Cali, LA and San Francisco Bay Area mostly, and Chi-Town, the Chi. All right. And the reason why I brought those cities up is because I'm constantly seeing a pattern, all right, when it comes to those cities and these alternative media sources here on YouTube, man. Your preppers, your economic analysts, so on and so forth, all right? And it just so happens that those are the top 3 most populated cities in America. New York City, of course, being the first, all right? Spiritual Jerusalem, specifically Harlem, all right? And then you got LA, all right? But Cali itself is the 8th largest GDP in the world. It could be its own country, all right? Because of Silicon Valley, Hollywood, things of that nature. And then you got Chi-Town, all right? The Chi, all right? As your number 3. Number 4 is Houston. Number 5 is Phoenix. That just recently got that number. But the point is that we're going to get and see chaos never before. And they're constantly bringing up these 3 cities, man. All right. And, some of the biggest camps are the ones in New York, all right, Chi-Town, and out there in Cali, whether it be LA or San Francisco, the Bay Area. All right. So the word has been going out. But Jake out there, especially in the ghettos of these cities, man, all right, they do not acquire, all right, from the word of the Lord. Matter of fact, let's start with that first in the book of Proverbs. Okay, let's go to Proverbs chapter 1, verse 22. Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 20. It says, wisdom crieth out. She uttereth her voice in the streets, right? And the vessels used to speak wisdom is the prophets of the Lord, man. She crieth in the chief place of concourse, in the openings of the gates. In the city she uttereth her words, saying, how long, ye simple ones, will ye love simplicity? Right, basically living wickedly, living in iniquity, man, not wanting to live your life aright, which is according to the law, rehearsing righteous acts in these chains of darkness, these bodies of clay and water. And the scorners delight in their scorning, right? And fools hate knowledge. Turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Because I have called and ye refuse, I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. But ye have set at naught all my counsel and none of my reproof. That's right. You see, so the counsel of the Lord is out there on the street corners, man. all right, wearing the garments, all right, giving you the correct doctrine, the apostles, the bishops, the head elders, and the priests, the officers, and the rest of the brothers, the prophets, all right, on these street corners of Great Millstone, and the same doctrine of the affiliated camps of the doctrine of Al-Bashim Yahushai, all right, they telling you what it is, but y'all don't want to hear it. That's why in verse 26 it says, I will also laugh at your calamity, your destruction. I will mock when your fear cometh. All right. When your fear cometh as a desolation, and your destruction cometh as a whirlwind, when distress and anger cometh upon you. See, that's that chaos that is coming, man. And they use the examples with these three big cities over and over and over again. Verse 28, then shall they call upon me. Yeah, when shit the fan, that's when Jake want to do. Jake want to call upon, whatever they think God's name is, whether it be Jesus or whatever, Jehovah or whatever, and then they want to start to have a relationship with the Most High. But see, the doors of mercy is closing, man. All right, but I will not answer. You see, they shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. And the scriptures say, "Seek ye the Lord while he may be found." Okay, and he's found right now on the street corners. The wisdom uttereth her voice in the streets. So let's get it. I got two videos, pretty quick. All right. So without no further ado, let's get it popping.
I'm talking about the same bankers and Wall Street people that were behind all this insanity in 2008. They're back at it again, and you know that. I'm stating the obvious here, right? We all know that. But what I'm saying is that this whole scheme is not going to keep on going, and it's not a wave you want to ride. And that's why I keep saying about being in the stock market right now is not a good idea.
Right. You see what I'm saying? The scriptures say that people's going to throw the gold and silver into the streets, and the hyperinflation is going to come. Revelation 6:6, and the stock market going to crash. Zephaniah chapter 1 verse 10 on down. All right. So what's the point of matter of fact, Matthew chapter 6, Yahushua himself said, put your treasures not in earth, roughly paraphrasing, where moth and rust could corrupt. All right, but put your treasures in heaven, because where your treasure is, there shall your heart be also. All right, so stock market investments is stupid. All right, the head elder Ariala out in the Dallas camp. All right, he just did a video today talking about the long game. You see what I'm saying? Buying and holding, of how they use that on the left hand side to do long-term investments in the stock market, when we do the same thing, all right, in the spirit. All right, the scriptures say, buy the truth and sell it not. So we invest and we hold it until the true reward comes, which is the kingdom of heaven, the kingdom of Yahushua, and by default the kingdom of Israel.
Money in long-term bonds is also not safe.
See,
people in long-term bonds are getting blown up right now.
See,
and banks hold a lot of long-term bonds, like government treasury bills and bonds for commercial real estate, as well as corporate bonds and even municipal bonds. I mean, how insane would you have to be to think that a 50-year note to the city of Chicago is ever going to get paid back? Like, how crazy do you have to be to look at that piece of paper and say, oh yeah, that's worth something? Chicago can't even pay its workers right now. What about the bonds for San Francisco? People loaning these cities money have lost their minds, and yet this is what the bankers do. They keep trading these things back and forth as if they're actually worth something, as if they'll ever get paid back, and they won't. And when they realize that they won't, that's when we're really going to see the fireworks. When the whole charade gets revealed, that's when you get a market crash, when people start freaking out. Because people kind of know that things aren't all right, but they pretend like they are. And that's where we are, is people pretending that everything's fine, even though in their gut they kind of know it's not.
And that's why in second Esdras, matter of fact, let's just get it. Let's just get it. Second Esdras, chapter 16 and verse 21. Behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case. That's exactly what he just said. These people are pretending that things is good, but they really know the shit is bad and is about to hit the fan. But they think they're in good case because things is going as normal. All right. It talks about that in Peter too. How people is like, oh, things is gonna be as they were. Buying and selling. Drinking until drink could be merry because tomorrow we die, whatever. Like life is just gonna go regular. But Yahweh shall say like this, like the days of this of Noah. So shall the coming of Son of Man be. For they shall be eating and drinking, giving in marriage and going into marriage, and then the flood shall wipe them all away. This is the time that we coming into, man. When they push this chip, when these missiles fly, when Yahweh shall come back, you see what I'm saying? This is what the watchman is looking for. But niggas got their head stuck up their ass. They like an ostrich. When a threat come, they put their head in the sand thinking that the threat just somehow gonna go away because you don't see it. You see what I'm saying? That's why we have faith. For faith, Hebrews 11 and 1. For faith is the evidence of things, is the hope of things, the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things unseen. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, we don't see physically right now Yahweh Shah in front of our face, but we know he's gonna come. And since people, you feel me, don't see it, the threat coming, because the Yahweh Shah is gonna be a threat to a lot of 2/3 of our people in Babylon, all right, the heathen nations, and especially Idumea, the Idumeans, because they doomed, all right. But it goes on to say in verse 21 again, they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
In their heads, they even have reasons why they know it's not. But they keep telling themselves, well, the sun's still shining and prices and the stock market's still up. So, it must not be so bad. I don't understand how the system works. I don't understand how this insanity works, but, it must work. And smarter people than me must just know how it works. No, friends, it's all smoke and mirrors. It's all one big Ponzi scheme. It's not smarter than you think it is. It's dumber than you think it is. Honestly, it's dumber than you think it is. From regular money out there, paper money, that's a Ponzi scheme. All the banks out there. Someone once actually crunched the numbers recently.
Look what he said. The fake money out there is a Ponzi scheme. James 5. I brought it out yesterday, man. How ye rich men, for your riches are corrupted. Okay, the shit is not valid. The shit is not valid like salad, bro. You feel me? The shit is fugazi.
And they said, if you take all of the money that's invested in silver, like silver futures markets.
All right, so that's enough with that. This is the next one. I'm going to let this one hold play because this is crazy.
You guys ready? Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. Got a little bit of a mic issue. Let me know if you can hear me, if there's an echo, if I gotta talk louder, gotta talk quieter. I am here in Houston, Texas. No, Dallas, Texas, sorry. And I gotta share with you a crisis that's happening over the border and also in another country, but I can't even say the country's name and I'll show it to you because the media does not want this information out. It's getting scary. It's something you need to prepare for right now. Let me tell you about a hotel that somebody I know just stayed at here in Dallas, and migrants are getting paid. The government's paying these hotels that have great reviews, right? And they're getting more to put migrants up in there. They're walking the halls. They're sitting there, chilling in the hallway, even urinating in the hallways of these hotels. This is insane. Stories out of this is out of APnews.com.
Associated Press.
Says 10,000 migrants a day are heading to the U.S. border, and he blames the U.S. sanctions on Cuba. We have quite a serious situation right now, and people aren't paying attention to it. We're being overrun with people. Our taxes are going to pay people to live in hotels. We are seeing stories out of New York, especially New York is going to be on fire, I believe, in 2024. I think that we're going to see fires all over over New York City as it burns to the ground because of their own insane policies. I'm going to tell you right now.
Doesn't it say in the book of Luke that Yahweh Shah said, for our come to send fire upon the earth, but what will lie if it be already kindled? Roughly paraphrasing. Okay, and that's a physical and spiritual sense, because cities is literally going to be burning before his army, which is in Joel, what is that, chapter 2, referring to the missiles, and his spirit going to be in the missiles to destroy and fulfill prophecy of destroying America, to turn into a lake of fire. But it's going to be already hell breaking loose by the time he comes back, because it's all prophesied. 2 Ezra 15, 2 Ezra 16. See what I'm saying? So what this Edomite is saying, the economic ninja, all right, is pretty much, and it's crazy because like the beloved brother Shalom Israel 777 Hawashai Zion, all right, he said it, did like in his video, I think it was yesterday. All right, New York City is the Empire State, man. This is the belly of Babylon. And I'm not in New York anymore, but I'm saying New York City. I mean, it's no coincidence the truth came out of there. All right, this is what all these people, all these countries want to be like. New York City, even all the states. Let's keep it a buck. You feel me? New York got that luster to it, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be from the hip hop, from the swag, from the fashion, from the the getting money, Wall Street, the Diamond District, so on and so forth. But that's neither here nor there. The point is that New York City being on fire is like a nomen moment, so to speak, for the rest, like he said, the rest of the cities in America being on fire, man. All right, because of really the most high. I was gonna say liberal cities, your blue cities or whatever, and the things that they're doing, but we know it's all orchestrated. All right, but ultimately it's orchestrated by Yahweh Shai.
This is time to start thinking about it's not start thinking about, I always have, and I'm sure you have. Type 1 if you have protection. If you don't, you owe it to your knowledge yourself, and we're talking about tools of the trade, weapons, having.
And he claims to be a Christian, and guns ain't going to save weapons,
your own gun,
you don't fight carnal.
Protect yourself, because any meat training, you need to operate them safe. You need to become very fluent in using them, because right now, let's go to this story and I'm going to explain it, because you're going to understand what's happening right outside of Italy. It's scary. It is very scary. Government's out here to come help you, come save you. All right, they're here to rob you, to destroy you, and to make you.
The government is not going to come save you in the sense of when shit hit the fan, because in Second Esdras again, Second Esdras keep coming up, right? But the fact that they will not regard their kings nor princes. So there's nothing that the government can do, man. Their own courses of their actions shall be in their own power, man. People gonna do whatever come to their mind. You feel me?
The renter. It says this is out of Mexico City. Mexico's president just said Monday that about 10,000 migrants per day are heading to the U.S. border. He blamed U.S. economic sanctions on countries like Cuba, Venezuela for the influx. President Andre.
So look, so you got in the midst of all these Moabites and Hamites and all of that coming through, all right, Issacharites been coming here, but Cuba is of the tribe of Manasseh. So you got Manassites, Manassites, however you would say it, in the English translation, all right, and then Venezuela would be Asherites in the mix. More coming in here, whether it is going to be for judgment, whether it be for salvation or for destruction. You see?
Miguel Lopez said the number of migrants reaching Mexico's northern border within the United States was partly due to about 6,000 migrants per day crossing into Mexico from Guatemala over the past week. And I'm telling you right now, Mexico, they're just saying, get on the train and go straight on past. We know where you want to go. Just go. Get past us. We need to stop this.
You see, so a Christian saying that is nothing but anti-Mashiach. Because when you're talking like that, you basically trying to go against the perfect will of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. The Most High has a death note marked Babylon the Great for destruction. And you want to stop it and try to save him. Jeremiah 51 or Jeremiah 50. For we would have healed Babylon, but she cannot be healed. So you trying to do something that is marked for destruction, you the goddamn devil.
He said many of those migrants are traveling on a route through Central America that includes the jungle-clad area between Panama and Colombia. And I'm telling you right now, the leader of this country, the one that falls upstairs, craps his pants, can't speak clearly because his brain's such mush because of how he's lived his life. This is part of their plan.
Duh.
And at a certain point, I believe there are sleeper cells. They're going to wake up.
The prophet's been saying that.
And they're going to cause so much chaos in our country. This is by design. Go and legally register a weapon. It shows the government that we're not backing down.
Edomite showing his true colors.
And you know, when I say stuff like this, I'm going to share with you something that just happened right outside of Italy that is so horrific.
Let's skip a little bit. He's basically talking about an island that has 5,000 people, and they're letting 10,000 migrants come over. So they're ransacking them and stealing and shit like that, and it's just part of the elite agenda.
They run a big channel. They actually take it lying down. Russia is also strategically working on countries like Cuba. And I'm telling you right now, they are our enemies. They want us destroyed. And we are doing a good job of destroying ourselves. But people like you, people like me are standing up. We're waking up. That's why I keep telling people, start a channel, start going big. But if you don't want to start a channel, then share the important stuff in places like Facebook groups and things like that, because this is very, very serious. So let's dive into this story right now on what's going on in Europe, right off the coast of Italy.
Blah, blah, blah. Come on, man.
I want to say 5,000 people live on this island.
Salakia.
Media is trying to keep it very quiet, and I don't know how to get this stuff out. And so what I want you to do is start searching it, and I'm going to do some more stories later today, but I've got to do it a different way to get this information out. But right now it says, look, photos, the Lampedusa marks 10-year anniversary of tragic shipwrecks, right? Tragic shipwrecks. They show all the coffin, feel bad for these. This country is being overrun right now by immigrants. Watch this. If I search a little bit, and you know I'm doing this right live. It says 3 hours ago, EU takes steps towards overhauling migration system, right?
And the EU is what? Is the beast with NATO, which is basically the revived ancient Roman Empire. All right?
Here we go. 2 weeks ago, Lampedusa flooded with thousands of immigrants. Well, it's out of CBS, but it's a YouTube video. And you can't find any information on this. Here's 6 days ago, out of NPR. Check this out. Italy's Lampedusa island struggles with migrant crisis. As of 6 days ago, it says nearly 2,000 migrants have died across the Mediterranean. They're focusing on that. They're not focusing on the fact that 10,000 just hit their shores, tripled the size of the country, and they are stripping the country of their food and their resources right now. And pretty soon, hopefully, they'll start raping their women. This is not a joke.
He said pretty soon they're going to start raping their women. And then he's eventually going to say, I was waiting for it, but I'll, go into it. He's going to say he's going to come to America. So let's just scripture. All right? Because that's exactly what's going to happen to America. All right? Now let's look up. Let's see here. Go into the book of Isaiah. Right? Let's see. Salakia. Isaiah. Well, let's start at Isaiah 32, and we'll read verse 9. Rise up, ye women that are at ease, hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones. And America has gotten everybody, but specifically women, at an ease, comfortable state. That comfortability is going to be stripped away. Go read Isaiah chapter 3, starting at verse, what is that, 14 and 16, and read on down. All right. And it goes on to say, strip you, make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. They shall lament for the teats, for the pleasant fields, for the fruitful vine. Right, because a famine is definitely about to come. All right, and it's going to be so much hell on the streets. All right, they going to be shaking out their boots while people is literally easily willing to spill blood. All right, just to feed their family. Remember, they're going to be going in people's houses for lack of bread in Second Esdras. Okay, so now let's go to Isaiah chapter 13 and verse 16, and it reads, their children also shall be dashed to pieces before their eyes. Right. You feel me? People not gonna have yo, if your baby crying too much and they running for food and they want to make it a surgical strike and it's uh uh you know, basically taking away their covertness. You know what I'm saying? They just might shut up, put your kids down. You know what I'm saying? It says, and this is the type, yeah, it's a dark saying, but this is the type of shit that's coming to America, man. This is what's in the Bible. All right. Verse 16 continuing, it says, their houses shall be spoiled. Okay, that's in Second Esdras. It's also in Zechariah. And their wives ravished. Ravished means what? To grape. All right, gotta say the type of way. Don't want this thing took down.
They're keeping it out of the media. And I mean, come on, who here believes NPR? They're a bunch of crap anyway. This is happening though in our country. I know our country's big and it's expanded, but I'm telling you, I just saw somebody had stayed at a hotel where migrants are in there. The government is paying the hotel way more than they're charging other people, right? It's full to capacity, yet there's no cars outside. Complete full to capacity. They're sitting in the hallways and urinating on the carpets. Think about what's going on. What you may not see in the streets right now, it's because the government is funding it inside the hotels. What would it take if all of a sudden, and these are fighting age men that I'm looking at. What does it take if all of a sudden they all get something on their cell phone and say, go loot, go get what's yours. These rich people don't deserve it. I'm telling you, this is not a joke. You have a right to bear arms, and our government is trying to take that freedom from us right now. Hit that thumbs up and share this video if you agree. This is not a joke. You can't sit on the sideline anymore and go, the police will come save us. No, they won't. There's defund the police movements all over the country, and I'm telling you right now, this is a planned event. Look at Chicago. Look at New York. Those cities are about to burn in 2024. Type 10 if you agree with me. And you can't sit on the sideline.
So again, New York brought up, Chicago brought up, California, San Francisco's brought up. Okay?
And be a coward. I have hope because I know a lot of you. I just got to spend the weekend in Las Vegas with 800 of you. And that gives me a lot of hope. But we got a long way to go, and we got to grow. We got to get organized ourselves. Every single one of those migrants have one thing that a government's paying for. And that, I'm going to tell you right now, this is a communication device. Wake up, people. Your Second Amendment rights are so important. You want to know why they're so important? Because right now, the government wants to take them from you. They know they're important. You should too. The economic ninja.
So yeah, man. And then eventually he said, I think when he was talking about Biden, because you reap what you sow. But listen, Galatians 6:7, be not deceived, for God is not mocked. Okay, so America was mocking the Most High, all right, by trying to be him, sit in his seat. You see what I'm saying? But whatever a man shall sow, the same shall he reap. And that's what's going to happen to Babylon the Great, the virgin daughter of Babylon, this woman that thinks she's never been touched. You see what I'm saying? But she going to get popped. Okay. You see what I'm saying? She gonna get touched, man. All right. And however it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down violently. All right, violently. So I'm telling you, man, this shit, the chaos is, and that's all planned because order out of chaos. So I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, Lord willing, I was edifying. Until the next time, we'll come back at it again, Lord willing. Abba Bo Kwam Yasharala Shalom.